Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 2P Press Start. I'm your host, GiantKiller, and today we're proud to present episode 38 of our top 5 Hearthstone plays of the week. Now let's get right into the action with number 5. Our number 5 play this week was a submission from Christie S and others, and it features Hysteria on Warrior up against Freddy Boy on Paladin in a play we're calling... Well, okay, maybe we should just call it, My COD, look at all those Murlocs. But whatever you want to call it, in this game, rather than the usual rush-down approach to Murlocs, Hysteria has decided to hold back just enough of everyone's favorite fishmen things to finish his opponent off in one turn, just for the halibut. He starts out by dropping a Warsong Commander to give his Murlocs charge, then reels in 2 Murloc Tidecallers, which gain +1 attack for every time a Murloc is played. He follows that up with a Murloc War Leader and a pair of Grimscale Oracles to buff up his board, and then it's time to kick bass. Hysteria proceeds to swing in with his Grouper Troopers for 30 damage and the win. Our number 4 clip this week was a submission from Jed K, and it features Wraith in a mid-ranked Priest Mirror match up against IDK 1609. And as we join this play, Wraith is staring down a cluttered board featuring a Fugan who's primed to summon Thaddeus. On his turn, Wraith starts out by dropping a Wild Pyromancer. Then he swings into IDK's Shieldmaster to bring it down to 4 health. Next, a Holy Nova and Pyromancer trigger clear out IDK's Cleric and weaken his remaining minions. This also drops Wraith's Sylvanas down to 4 health, and that's going to become much more important in just a second. Wraith follows that up by taking out IDK's Shieldmaster with his own, then trades out his injured Sylvanas for IDK's injured Fugan, which thanks to the Fugan coming into play first, means he's summoning a Thaddeus, and then it gets immediately swiped by Sylvanas' Death Rattle. Suddenly, what used to be a fairly neutral-looking board is looking a lot more one-sided. This week's number 3 play was a submission from KevityKev, and it features KevityKev on Hunter up against EvilZilla on Priest. And in this play, KKev is facing down a nasty-looking Kel'Thuzad. But after weeks of watching top 5 plays shows, he's learned a thing or two about sacrificing Sylvanas for fun and profit. Kev starts out by killing off EvilZilla's Spider and Soul Priest, leaving 2 mini-spiders and Kel'Thuzad. Next, he plays Sylvanas, then drops a Wild Pyromancer. He follows that up by hitting his own Sylvanas with a Hunter's Mark, which brings her down to 1 health and triggers the Pyromancer to finish her off along with the 2 spiders. This guarantees the only target remaining for Sylvanas to steal is good old Kel'Thuzad, who reluctantly switches sides and then resummons Sylvanas and the brave little owl, resulting in a massive shift in board position. This week's number 2 play was a submission from Adam B, and it features Razor in a ranked Warrior Mirror match up against DXL. And in this play, Razor is bringing back Warrior OTK with a move that features more foaming at the mouth than an outbreak of rabies at a toothpaste trade show. Razor starts out by dropping a Warsong Commander to give his minions charge, and then 2 Frothing Berserkers which gain +1 attack every time a minion takes damage. Then he coins out an Unstable Ghoul. He swings into his opponent's Ghoul with his Deathspite, triggering 1 damage to all minions from the Ghoul, and 1 more damage to all minions from the Axe's Death Rattle effect. Next, Razor suicides his own Ghoul into the Armorsmith, causing 1 more damage to each minion. When the smoke clears, Razor's sitting on a pair of Frothing Madmen with 22 attack power each, and he ends the game with a 44 damage swing. And this week's number 1 play was a submission from Steve C, and it features Neirea on Warrior up against Wiz on Mage in some, that's right, ranked action. And as we join this play, Neirea has everything he needs in hand for a 1-turn kill with his Raging Worgen, but he's correctly predicted that Wiz is packing an Ice Block Secret, which would throw a serious monkey wrench into his plans. But with a quick deck check, Neirea discovers that Wiz has just 2 cards left in his deck, and he hatches a new plan. He casts a Rampage on Wiz's Acolyte of Pain, giving it enough health to survive a swing from the Deathspite, so it can die to a smack from the Gnomish Inventor. This causes Wiz to draw the rest of his deck. Next, Neirea plays his Raging Worgen, buffs it up with a charge and 2 Inner Rages, bringing it to exactly 10-1. This allows it to swing in twice for 20 damage and bring Wiz down to exactly 1 life. When Neirea passes the turn, the mandatory card draw finishes Wiz off with 1 fatigue damage on his turn, where his secret can't save him. And for our bonus clip this week, we bring you Best BM Ever, The Challenger. This bonus clip was submitted by Camzee, and it features Camzee on Handlock up against DeerNadia on Mage in a legend-ranked game shot from Nadia's point of view. As we join this play, Camzee's got more than enough for lethal on board, but he's not just going for lethal. He's going to attempt to challenge our current champion Sodapoppin for the title of Best BM Ever. Camzee starts out by playing Jiraxxus, then trades Sylvanas with Nadia, taking a Doomsayer and giving Nadia a Sludge Belcher. He proceeds to punch his way through the Belcher with a Mountain Giant and a swing from Jiraxxus. Next, he swings in with the other giant and Soulfires himself in the face, risking a discard of his other Soulfire. Now he manages to not discard the other Soulfire and uses it to burn out Neirea for the win. So, what do you think? Does Camzee's play have what it takes to dethrone Sodapoppin for the highly coveted 2P Press Start Best BM Ever title? Does he get bonus points for BMing somebody at Legend rank on her own stream while she's getting coaching/commentary from Admirable and Backspace? You make the call. Will it be the current champion Sodapoppin who won the title with an epic, unnecessary brawl back in episode 32, or the challenger Camzee with his needlessly elaborate and incredibly risky Soulfire play? Help us decide who should have the Best BM Ever title by casting your vote in the comments below.
That might have been the best BM I think I've literally ever seen.
And that's it for episode 38. Thanks so much for watching and supporting our show. Of course, we're always looking for more great Hearthstone plays to showcase on the series, so if you're interested in submitting a play, please stop by 2ppressstart.com and hit the Submit a Play link for instructions on how to submit a play into the running for next week's episode. And finally, if you enjoy our shows and want to help 2P Press Start grow, please click on that subscribe button to join the always growing and always awesome 2P Press Start family. And we'll keep bringing you more great Hearthstone content right here on 2P Press Start.